Hello relatives! Welcome to this week's Schlagbyte for the week December 10th, 2007, entitled Rosie's Garage. I try to go to the National Caring Awards every year because I meet people who restore my faith in humanity. Most of them are people none of us have ever heard about, like Rosie Espinoza from La Habra, California. Rosie was born in a camp for migrant workers in La Habra over 50 years ago. She was brought up in a strict, extended family, did well in school, became a medical instrument designer. Rosie married Alex, had a son, and then wanted to move back to La Habra and to feel a part of a shared community. They bought a little house and moved back to La Habra, but it was not the childhood paradise that Rosie remembered. Kids were still standing on street corners with baseball bats, except now they weren't looking for a pickup game. But Rosie and Alice had made an investment, and Rosie still saw potential in the neighborhood. First, she dealt with a gang problem on her street and formed a neighborhood watch group. The gang members weren't happy, and when they found police cars parked in front of Rosie's house, they left a message spray-painted on Alex's truck that said, "Don't finger us. Keep your mouth shut." This was also the first time that Rosie ever heard a bullet whiz by. She prayed for help in figuring out what to do next and wondered whether she had made a terrible mistake in coming back. She canvassed the neighborhood homes, including those homes of gang members, looking for some answers. What she learned was that many of her neighbors spoke little English. They couldn't help their kids with their homework. And children were dropping out of school at an alarming rate. And that's when she decided to help the neighborhood kids with their homework. And that was the beginning of Rosie's Garage, which I encourage you to look up on the website at www.rosiesgarage.org. In any event, I convinced Alex to let her convert the garage into a classroom and then scrounged around for desks, books, and all the materials. There was no money, no name, no formal incorporation or board of directors, just her and Alex, her sister, and some neighbors. The word spread in markets and beauty shops, on bulletin boards. And the first day that she opened the garage door, there were 16 kids waiting to be tutored. And from that humble beginning, Rosie taught kids not only how to be successful, but how to respect themselves. The gang activity on their street stopped because gang members saw their siblings going there and doing well in school. Nobody really knows how many kids Rosie's Garage has inspired, but it's now moved from the garage to a location in a city government building a quarter-mile away. I told Rosie that night that her garage was a community-based mental health program, and that this is the direction psychiatry ought to be moving, if it's ever going to deal with the escalating rates of kids who are getting diagnosably mental, for which of course we prescribe drugs. Instead of a model of health that's based on that kind of intervention, we need a model that emphasizes prediction and prevention. Rosie opened a garage for fragile soapbox cars, and what emerged were armored vehicles to engage in the future. Think about how it is that we come together as community as an antidote to mental health illness and escalating rates for children. That's what I'm thinking this week. Let me know what you're thinking. And for those of you who are interested in a unique workshop intensive, I'm going to be doing something with my friend and brother, Dr. Brad Keeney. Psychologist, but a Bushman shaman. We're going to do something from January 13th to the 15th of next year. It's a month and a half away. Go on my homepage if you're interested for more details. Have a great week. Remember, we are all connected. Nobody makes it alone. I say this for all my relations. Mitakwiyasi.